Hello, Gemini. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Star Tarot by Kathy McLeland. Website on the top here is kathymcleland.com. Feel free to freeze frame on that if you want to check it out. Supportive Oracle cards, Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. Websites for Sandra, for this deck anyway, are Hay House websites. Feel free to check those out if you want to, just freeze frame, of course. On the back here, below Sandra's picture, is hayhouseradio.com. If you want to check that out, there's that address. Okay. What do we have for Gemini? Got rainbows. Got a lot of rainbows. Got a lot of rainbows. If rainbow means something to you, got another one too. Got a lot of. Is there? I don't think this deck is full of rainbows, but maybe. Seems like there's. Well, technically, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cards with rainbows. A lot of rainbow action. A lot of rainbow action going on here. This is curious. Did you walk away, or what was this? What was this? You got the Two of Swords in the past, but, like, my question is why? 10 of Pentacles and the Justice card. I think this was an opportunity that you let pass you by because it didn't feel like it was right to take it. Somebody else might have convinced you not to take it. Maybe you convinced yourself not to take it. It just didn't seem like it was right. I feel like you blocked yourself, and I wouldn't say that was wrong. But something that you blocked, I feel like you blocked yourself. But, like, you decided, for whatever reason, either somebody influenced you, or the way you thought it out, the way you were looking at it, you're like, I want that, but it's just not right for me to do this right now, for whatever reason. I'm not saying that was a bad choice. I'm just, you decided not to do it. But this was a good opportunity. The thing is, I feel like fate is smiling on you because it's coming back around. Comes in. It's weird. It's kind of fast, but not. Maybe the quick part is like realizing it's still there or realizing it's come around again. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you realizing it's there is popping up really fast. Because I don't see like I can't just go and grab it. I don't feel like I can just go over there and pick it up and go, okay, this is mine. But I feel like me kind of realizing like, oh yeah, that's back. Oh, look at that. It's kind of like somebody moved back into the neighborhood. Maybe they did a couple months ago and you just didn't realize it. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, you're here? Oh, you're back? You moved back in? Oh, wow. Like, okay. All right. I didn't realize that. That might be the quickness, like you realizing it's there. But the fact that this comes back, I feel like my opportunity's back with it. And at first I'm not moving on it. I'm kind of like, no, I let that go. I said no to it. I did, and I moved on from it. And I feel like I keep remembering that. No, I moved on from that. I said no to that. No, well, I did. I said no to that. But that was then. This is interesting for Gemini, in my opinion, because at first I feel like I'm just relegating. Sure. Relegating? Maybe. I don't know. Okay, anyway. I'm just like, that's what it was. That's what it was, and that's where I am. Almost like it was that was the answer, and then it's done. Like as if I put it away. But the thing is, I don't know how long it's going to take you to get there, but you're going to realize, you know what? No, I could still choose that. And I want to. I still want. In fact, I think I want it more now than I did before. I think I want it more now than I did before. Can we get a little bit more color, a little bit more dimension to this? These rainbows. These rainbows. What's up with these rainbows? Was that a 13? Yep. 13. The Five of Pentacles reversed. I'm not blocked from it. I don't feel blocked from it this time. Five of Pentacles reversed is like, to me, that's like, I feel like I'm closer to a situation. I'm on the inside now. Maybe I felt like I was on the outside before for whatever reason. And the Death card coming in is very interesting because it doesn't always mean an ending. Sometimes it means a beginning. Like, life is different with the Death card. Like, before this moment, life was lived one way. After this moment, life is lived differently. It's kind of like the birth of a child. Once you have another child in your life before that child was in your life, it was different than it is now with them in it. Even if you had a couple kids before that, there's a whole new personality, a whole new thing, new possibility, that type of death. Sometimes it talks about a birth, if you follow me. And I feel like this is one of those things where, like, if I take this opportunity, this is going to be that type of change. I want it, but it's going to be one of those types of change where there's no going back. Again, like with the birth of a child, once you have a child there, that's it. That's having that child, even if the child's only in your life for a short amount of time, life is never the same after that. It's just never the same after that. You're putting in the effort here too. Well, there's a lot going on here. Because I feel like it's your energy kind of going up and down all at once. So I don't know. Maybe that's normal. I don't know. You have to let me know. Because I feel like it goes up and down all at once. Like all at once. It's like it's really confusing. Because I'm like, the wheel's like, it's here. I can have it, but like, what do I need to do to make it happen? And then I'm like, I'm not willing to give it up. I'm not willing to let it go. But I'm also feeling very labored to make it happen. I'm not willing to let it go. But it's kind of like it's a little draining. It's draining. It is draining to get what I want. It's very draining, but I'm not willing to let it go. And it's up and down. It's like great and burdensome. It's great and heavy. It's like all at once. It's like I don't know. My brain is like going left or right in a few other directions all at the same time. All at the same time. You're not willing to let it go. You're like, well, this is what I have to do. Then that's what I'm going to do. I got Earth cards coming in like, I am not giving this up. I am not giving this up. I will not. And I keep putting in the effort, and I want it. I want what I want. I want what I want. I want what I want. And it's a struggle. It's a struggle. You got a lot of love cards coming in too. And you got victory. You got love and victory, rainbows, whatever all this means to you. It doesn't have to be romance, but it could be. It could be something else. But this coming back, I'm not willing to give it up. I'm just not. Your outcome your outcome seems to be assured. You're going to balance this out in the end. You might have some help from somebody else, by the way. I feel like once it starts, when I say you might have help from somebody else, once this starts, once you make your choice. When I say help from somebody else, I feel very kind of like, I don't know. I mean, help in the sense of like they're not going to let you turn around. So you want that, Gemini, you go get it. Don't come back here. I feel like you might have that behind you. So when I say help, I mean, it's a motivator in a sense. Take it with a grain of salt. See what happens with that for you. Like it's kind of like the point of no return. When you like, I'm gonna get that. They're like, yeah, you are, because you're not coming back here. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if that's specific for somebody, but you're on your way to the end. And you got that Hierophant. It's going to be a long road, but I feel like even though it's strenuous, I want the outcome, and it's going to balance out in your favor. I'm getting balance with the yin yang, which is a balanced thing. It took a lot of energy. I had to do a lot of things I didn't want to really do, but I got what I wanted from the end result. So I did what I had to do to get what I really wanted. I wanted the end result. It's kind of remind me of like working out. It's kind of like, do you want to work out at 4 o'clock in the morning? Probably not. Do you want the result of doing that? Probably. So it's kind of like, I want the result. So if that's what I have to do to get the result, okay, I guess we're going to do that. Whew. It's not bad. I don't think this is bad. But they're saying that opportunity is coming back around. It's going to be a road, but they're like, not only give yourself confidence that you're going to do it, Celebrate your success. Make sure you celebrate yourself during this, because you got this. You're going to make it happen. And if you keep celebrating yourself along the way, like find ways to celebrate yourself, make sure you enjoy the moment when it is good. This can be easier. This can be an easier road. Like, celebrate what you're achieving. Make sure to celebrate yourself along the way. Like, you got all these rainbows. And I feel like what they're saying is, like, this is a beautiful thing for you. Make sure you stop and realize this is a beautiful thing and celebrate the beauty of it as you're taking the trip forward. That's what I feel like we have to be careful not to miss. Because this can make it a lot better for you and a lot more enjoyable. Take those moments, celebrate yourself, enjoy what's going on, enjoy these moments. Good? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.